welcome back to yet another Star Trek Starships collection review, another quarantine edition, this time featuring issue 149, the Krenim Warship, seen from the Star Trek Voyager episode Year of Hell parts 1 and 2. And as you can see, I have a ship and a magazine, or a model and a magazine. So I'll put the model aside, just get it out of the way like that, and we can dive right into the magazine. As you can see, a very nice image on the cover there, and some information on the bottom right. Considered a warship in the 24th century, 500 meters long, and the top speed, of course, is warp 6. You open the magazine up, and you see some more information there, and content information. It is affiliated or operated by the Krenim Imperium in the 24th century, located in the Delta Quadrant. Can only go as fast as warp 6, and it has chronoton torpedoes as its primary source of weaponry. Turn the page, and we get another nice view of the ship, which I believe is just the opposite, or it's just a mirror of the same image but mirrored. So it's going the opposite direction this time. We get some text and a screen cap of its firing its torpedoes towards Voyager, and we get more on that, and an interesting CGI rendering, which clearly looks like a CGI rendering. So that's kind of like but anyway, a lot of good stuff in here. The damaged Voyager, which I really hope or wish we would have gotten in this collection, a battle damaged Voyager. I would have preferred a battle damaged Year of Hell Voyager more than a assimilated Voyager. But anyway, that's just me. And the plan view showing you various components and where they are. More text on the right and left sides, as well as the battle damaged Voyager colliding with the temporal weapons ship, thereby restoring the timeline. And now we have the design section on the designing of the ship, which is cool. Of course, this time designed by Rick Sternbach. And turn the page, and here's an interesting magazine filler. Basically an article that talks about the quote-unquote the shows that unhappened. And what that means is all of these various weird time travel episodes where alternate timelines were created because one action or reaction caused history to go in a slightly different direction. Like in the case of Enterprise, what if the Nazis had won World War II because they got help from aliens? Or what if the Xindi actually did destroy Earth and humanity was on the verge of extinction, like in on Enterprise and Twilight? Like on Year of Hell, what if Janeway had kept on course through Krenim space instead of going around it, like the way she did at the end? Or what happens, or like in the Next Generation, what if Kirk finally did save Edith Keeler? What if she didn't die? And of course, I can go on and on and on, like yesterday's Enterprise. What happens if the Enterprise C didn't go back through the rift? Or the All Good Things timeline, where Picard, was divorced from Beverly Crusher, etc. Or the Children of Time episode on DS9, when the Defiant crew, or when the Defiant crash lands on that planet in the Gamma Quadrant, and the descendants kind of raise the planet on their own, etc. I mean, the list is endless of all these different time travel episodes, or episodes that involve time travel, where they've done, or some character or something causes a series of events to happen and change. And through the acts of our heroes or protagonists in the story, something is usually done to reverse the timeline or to restore the timeline back to its normal operating course until the next time. So this is an interesting article. And of course, the on-screen appearance page, first appearance, Year of Hell Part 1. course, in Star Trek Voyager, designed by Rick Sternbach. Great episode, in my opinion. And of course, it's the first time we found out what Captain Janeway's birthday was, May 20th, for those who are wondering. And that concludes the magazine with a nice image on the back cover there. So now, without further ado, on to the model itself. All right, folks, and there it is, the Krenim Warship. Another one I was really looking forward to, although this one has been in stock for a while, but just as I went to the website to try to order it a while back, it was out of stock, so I guess I waited too long. But yeah, look at this. Really nice looking model here, and a cool looking ship. One of the few Delta Quadrant ships that I actually care about in this collection. I do love the Krenim ships, because Year of Hell is a personal favorite, as it is for many fans. Fits in your hand about that much, so a little bit smaller, because it fits in your palm. It fits in the palm of your hand, but the paint on here is gorgeous, stands out. No identifying hull marks or anything. The back is a little bit plain. That's kind of a disappointment there. You can see the joining of the two halves of the model. But other than that, pretty good. Pretty cool. I really like this model. They put clear plastic in these two places there. I'm going to assume that's the engines. I have to take another look at it. But this is a really cool ship, and it's a great episode, and I would highly recommend it for anybody. It's mostly plastic back here with some metal components kind of in here in the neck, forward dome bridge area. Yeah, it's not bad at all. If you're a fan of Star Trek Voyager, definitely go out and pick this up. If you love these weird time travel episodes and stuff, then this is definitely one for you. And of course, it will look nicely next to a battle damaged Voyager if you're one of the people who like customizing their models and so forth. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to say or much else to say about this ship other than the fact that it looks cool, it's awesome, and if you can get your hands on it, definitely do so. The back issue notwithstanding being a bummer. This is now the second Krenim ship that we've gotten in the collection, the first being the temporal weapon ship that we got very early on in the collection. So I guess that concludes the Krenim ships. And this is definitely one worth having, in my opinion. And yeah, and as far as Eagle Moss's website, issue 149 was probably one of the three issues out of issues 148, 149, 50, and 150 and 51 that were actually in stock. 149 was actually in stock for a while, but now it's not in stock. So again, this was part of a lot that I got on eBay not too long ago. And so yeah, that pretty much concludes it. Plastic. If you have any questions about it, drop me a line down below. I'm happy to share this with you during quarantine. It's nice to keep ourselves busy somehow, right? Yeah, guys, until next time, be safe, take care of yourself, and don't do anything to mess up time.